second. Welcome to the Toon Time Late Shows. I am your host, Toon Time, and remember, Toon Time is the right time to talk. Hope your day is going great. I have my co-host here today is The Approach. He will be coming down today, but we just want to come on. Thank you guys for always tuning in to my channel. But we want to talk about the awareness and the injustice that is happening here in the Lawrenceburg, Tennessee area. This is our awareness and injustice justice report. And again, I'm your host, Toon Time, and my co-host, The Approach. Hi, The Approach.
Hi there.
How are you?
It's all in the name. The Approach. That's the path you got to take. How am I? I'm doing great. How are you? Thanks for inviting me to your podcast.
Well, thank you for coming. I wanted to have a male mindset on this show. I wanted to talk about intimidation. Most men know this all too well about intimidation, whether it's at work, whether it's at home, because sometimes it can be at home. The fathers, when the males grow up, sometimes there can be a conflict there with the male. And so, and it's a form of intimidation where he would say he's getting a little bit too big for his britches. So, but then you have the intimidation of what we're talking about is the abuse of power concerning inside your courtrooms or outside of your courtrooms, because it can leak outside of the courtrooms, with the intimidation being intimidated by a police officer. So, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on intimidation, whether it was home or in the streets, in the courthouse? What is your thoughts?
It's crazy because there's a lot of bullying and intimidation going on amongst the people. And it's almost like that they spiritually cause people to stay in a rut so they keep them in their clutches, so to speak. So it's really creepy in a dark, sinister type of way. So yeah, I'm not real happy about it at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I haven't been, and I've watched it happening and unfolding for many years, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. And it's really
I was gonna have to say that there is definitely something that you can do about it. You can report these types of things when they're happening. And see, that is what we don't do, is we don't report or write down, dictate when you encounter this type of intimidation or abuse of power. You are supposed to file a complaint. If it was done to you in the court, file a complaint with the courts. If it was done to you by a law enforcement, file the complaint in the law enforcement department, police department. So there is definitely something that we can be done, but the mindset of the people is that just what you said, the approach, that there's nothing you can do about it. And so it's been that way for a quite long time. And the intimidation continues, and we see it as we turn on the television or look at our social media, how many times police officers has slain someone's son. So intimidation can get out of hand. Now, what is it at work? How is it at work? Have you ever had a job and they were intimidated by your skills?
Uh, that's common. When you set out to do things right and God gives you talents to use them accordingly, they try to copy what you do. And you see the demons that they possess because they try to mock you or mimic you, or all those things, and they're intimidated by it, and they it causes them to do evil, say evil things, have evil things go on in their hearts, even to the case of dreaming about it. You know, so yeah, it's a monster all itself. And this is what's really going on in the workplaces.
So do you ever feel intimidated at work?
Oh, absolutely. But I go to my source. I go to the Lord. Um, when I'm feeling intimidated like that, I'm kind of off course to start with.
Hmm.
So that right there, the Lord pulls me back, and I get back to where I need to be. But the fact of it is, that's the part of the broad path, and these people walk right on into it, or are overtaken, all right, and made and deceived to believe that they have power, that they're some kind of righteous, or that they're just flat evil and they can get away with it and they're all fine and dandy. They bought into a lie, you know. So but that's what's going on out there, and it's kind of like the devil is really taking over a lot of them, and they're fighting for their souls right now. So I don't think a
The
lot of them want to be
intimidation
you.
part. With the intimidation part, what is intimidating, or what have you viewed as being intimidating at your workplace?
Oh, shoot. Well, you can tell they don't like God when you speak about God and they run or they backbite or do some kind of stuff. Um, so it's kind of intimidating. Yeah, but it's you and God against the world, because that's what it amounts to.
So I'll give my example of intimidation. My example in the workplace. Now, I do armed security. I am a black woman. I'm also trained to do uh, a little bit more than just armed security. I am your first responder, ADU. I have Dallas Law. I'm a former police officer. Uh, so I am very well trained. And then when I go to get a job at the security companies, mostly men, um, they're intimidated by me. They're intimidated the fact that I am suited and booted. I know my stuff. I go by the book. So yeah, it can definitely be intimidating for males to see a woman operate like them. So that would be my uh, example of the intimidation. Now, if you want to go far as the intimidation, far as law enforcement, or if I'm in a courtroom, then I have to be underestimated. I have to be overlooked in my rights. Most judges don't hear your side of the story. They oftentimes go with their officer or their attorney or their prosecutor. Um, it's hard to prove your side of the story when you have someone standing before you who has sworn to do the law, when in fact they don't do the law and they coerce amongst each other in the courtroom. And that to them is considered to be law. So that's a form of intimidation. When you cannot have any due process, when you're not allowed to give due process to present your evidence or the prosecutor to prove their burden of proof, then that is a form of intimidation. And not only that, it is a form of abuse of power. Now, I can't tell you how many times that abuse of power that I've even encountered just last year and this year. Yeah, this year as well. And that will be happening in your courtroom, in your juvenile courtroom. And to me, it happened in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. So when I look and think about the intimidation and the justice report and the injustice that is happening here, and I can only speak for my own self, what I went through, you know, it reminds me of the reason of Easter. Now, as I studied Easter, this is a pagan holiday. I want everybody to know that this is a pagan holiday and it has nothing to do with Jesus Christ or his death or anything like that concerning Easter. Easter is a pagan holiday made up by some goddess lady who told a folk tale story from Germany, and it caught on like wildfires as a icebreaker for two countries to meet with each other or to be at peace with each other. Wash your hands. So that's what Easter is. But it reminds me of, as I read the King James Version, 1611, King James Bible, where, don't touch mine, where they crucified him. He was giving them justice, and they were serving him injustice. They crucified him, and they didn't have any burden of proof. They were intimidated by, that's Matthew 27:32 through 56. Matthew 27:32 through 26. Let's pull that up. So in this text, you will see where they crucified our Messiah. He tried to give them justice. He tried to give them justice. He tried to give them peace. He tried to reckon with them, and yet they crucified him. And this is the day that we celebrate. This is the Passover. This is the day Easter, most theological religion sectors celebrate today. Sunday, everybody dressed up and, they ate and they were merry and they feel good, and yeah. But what is it really about? Did he receive justice? Did he receive injustice? I would say that he received injustice because they had no burden of proof. to prove that he was not who he said he was. Now, the belief came after, which is we celebrate and call it the Passover, because he passed over unto death. The Bible reads, he gave up the ghost. And most scholars would say that that's the moment that he died. No more breath in his body. But just like he prophesied to them, he rose on the third day. So if you ask me, if there is an injustice that need to be injusted, it would be the birth and the sacrifice or the crucifixion of my Lord Jesus Christ. So that is the report on today. Happy Easter. I hope everyone had a great Easter. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Tune Time. Remember, Tune Time is the right time to talk. I want to thank my special guest, The Approach. Thank you, Approach, for coming out and having a
Thank you for having me.
great podcast. Thank you for your insight. It's always good. My doors here are always open. And if you would like to be on the Tune Time Late Show, you can subscribe to my channel and you can contact me at sandgriggs1025 at gmail.com. That's right. And we'll get you all interviewed for the podcast and we'll have a merry old time. Also, guys, if you would like to donate to the cause, you can donate to the Messiah Foundation. And the Messiah Foundation, all proceeds go towards legal fees for parents trying to fight the system to get their children out of foster care. We're on a mission to help. So y'all make sure that if you would like to donate, and if you just like to keep this channel going, and you would just like to donate, you can donate at Cash App at $TT1977C. Again, that is $TT1977C. And you can donate there to the Messiah Foundation. Guys, last and not least, I would like to send a shout out to Messiah Jacoby Bowens. Now, his name may have been changed, but his name is Messiah Bowens, Jacoby Bowens, and he is out there. He has been illegally removed. He has been adopted out by the Lawrenceburg juvenile system here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. If you have any information out, I'm sure that you are unaware of what they have done, but we're asking you to reach out to his family. He was in no way needed to be adopted out. Again, that is Messiah Jacoby Bowens. He is 4 years old now. He's probably about 32 pounds, brown skin, low haircut, very well spoken. Messiah Jacoby Bowens, and also Jaden Smith, who was illegally removed by these same people in 2019. So y'all make sure y'all look out on him. Jaden is 11 years old now, so y'all make sure that y'all contact us. Family, we wonder about him. We love him. We want to make sure that both got boys know that we love him and we would never give them away. So if y'all have any information on these two children, y'all make sure y'all reach out at me at Sand Griggs. Again, at sandgriggs1025 at gmail.com. That was a mouthful. Now, guys, this is the segment where we say our goodbyes. Goodbye is such a hard thing to do sometimes, but I love you. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and check me out here every Friday on YouTube. I am here for you. There will be a justice report and other fun topics that we can dive off into. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Tune Time. Remember, Tune Time is the right time to talk. Thank you. Okay. So we want to put all of these people out here on blast for the injustices that are happening to our children in Lawrence County. We have other parents who are infuriated about what has happened concerning their children. Okay, and so we're asking for help, for justice for our children. Okay, in this particular broadcast is justice for Messiah. And so we're asking you, Governor, do your governing.